Welcome to the WHHI Daily News. I'm Robyn Zimmerman. Let's begin with today's news headlines. It's still legal to get an abortion in South Carolina up to 20 weeks into a pregnancy after Judge Clifton Newman, the same judge who presided over the Alec Murdaugh trial, issued a restraining order putting the state's now 6-week ban on hold until the state Supreme Court can decide the constitutionality of the new law. Now, the state responded immediately to Judge Newman's ruling, asking that the Supreme Court resolve the issue quickly. The Supreme Court turned down a similar law last winter when Justice Kay Hearn wrote the opinion. But she was forced to retire at age 72 and was replaced by Gary Hill, making South Carolina the only state with an all-male Supreme Court. A Beaufort County woman whose car was shot at twice last August in a fast food drive-thru is suing the alleged shooter and Wendy's for hiring the shooter and not protecting her from being shot at. Layla Orellano was waiting in the drive-thru when 19-year-old Fernando Montano shot at least twice at the car before fleeing the scene. Montano is still in the Beaufort County Jail on charges of attempted murder and other firearms charges. Well, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and his wife Casey will visit the Okatie Ale House in Bluffton at 9 a.m. Friday morning to begin a day-long swing through the state. Well, in other campaign news, Donald Trump, well, he got his town hall on CNN. Now Nikki Haley will get hers Sunday night, June the 4th at 8 p.m. from Iowa. The audience will consist of voters who say they're pre-registering for the Republican caucuses next January, and it will be moderated by Jake Tapper. The millions of travelers who visit Hilton Head's Coligny Beach and use TripAdvisor to help plan their vacations have voted Coligny among the top 25 best of the best beaches in the country. Kanapali Beach in Maui and Siesta Beach in Siesta Key, Florida were ranked 1 and 2, followed by Driftwood Beach on Jekyll Island in Georgia. Coligny was ranked 12th, the only South Carolina beach to rank in the top 25. Well, we told you last week about the Sheldon Boys and Girls Club closing his facility. Well, the CEO of the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Low Country says the reason was numbers and geography. But the club thinks it can serve many more kids by moving its programming to Whale Branch Elementary and Whale Branch Middle School this fall. From its remote location in Sheldon, recent partnerships at Shanklin and Broad River Elementary have been very successful. And finally, Hardeeville residents could have a YMCA by early 2025 after the City Council approved a facility on 20 acres off the East Argent Parkway near Highway 170 that will include 2 buildings, one for fitness and childcare center and rehab center and aerobic studio and cafe, the other housing indoor basketball and other gym features. Outdoors, well, there'll be a water park, nature trails, and sports fields. Developers of the massive East Argent project donated the 20 acres for the YMCA. For more information on these stories and many more, please check out the media sources listed on the screen. And remember to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and check out our website at WHHI-TV.com. And if you have a news tip, story idea, or cool weather photo, or you can just email it to us at news@WHHI-TV.com. And now let's check out sports with Justin Jarrett. Justin?
Hey, it's time for Last Night in the Loco on WHHI, powered by Locosports.com. The Bluffton Bobcat football team took a big step forward in Coach Hayden Gregory's first season, and if Friday night's spring game was any indication, you're going to want to keep an eye on the Bobcats again this fall. They have to replace some key pieces, but quarterback Owen Bayes transferred over from Hilton Head High to take over under center, and Carnell Warren looks like the heir apparent to playmaker Jaylin Linder after moving over from May River to complement dangerous receiver Brandon Bryant. Plus, the Bobcats have some key pieces back on defense, led by linebacker Jeremiah Curry, whose recruitment has picked up steam this spring. And one of our own teed it up in the NCAA Men's Golf National Championships over the weekend with Hilton Head Island's Jonathan Griz and the Alabama Crimson Tide competing at Grayhawk Golf Club in Arizona. Griz shot 13 over par 293 to finish in a tie for 70th, wrapping up his freshman campaign. It was an up-and-down college debut, but it ended with Griz firing a 6-under 66 in the final round to help the Crimson Tide win the Norman Regional and secure their spot at Nationals, where he gained valuable experience to take into next fall. Big things ahead for young Mr. Griz. For Loco Sports and WHHI, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Loco.
Thank you, Justin. Well, the weather has been beautiful. Will it continue, Maria?
Thanks, Robyn. Yep, so taking a look ahead, we are going to have better weather this week, and it's going to warm up back into the 80s. Taking a look at Wednesday, it's going to be partly cloudy with Hilton Head having a high of 78, a low of 68. Bluffton's going to have a high of 80, a low of 66, and Buford's going to have a high of 80 and a low of 66. The sunrise for Wednesday is going to be at 6:17 and sunset's going to be at 8:24. Taking a look at the beach tides, high tide's going to be at 6:42 a.m. and low tide's going to be at 2:07 p.m. Taking a look into the rest of the week, a little bit into the weekend. Thursday, it's going to be sunny to partly cloudy with highs in the 80s and lows in the 60s. Same thing on Friday, sunny to partly cloudy with the staying still in the 80s and lows in the 60s. And then come Saturday, it's going to be cloudy with a couple of showers throughout the day, and the rain is going to continue on into the evening. Highs are going to drop down into the 70s, lows are going to stay in the 60s. That's it for today. Let's head it back to the desk.
Coming up after the break, we were at the Veterans Memorial Park to celebrate Memorial Day. Stay tuned.